Kris, maybe just, is there anything you can update us, and are they at all in doubt for the next year?
Just maintenance right now, and we expect them to, well, it depends on when the series starts, but we expect them to be on the ice before the series starts.
Considering how compact your schedule was to finish the regular season, this rest has to be doing you lots of good. What's your sort of strategy on how much rest to take if you have a few extra days here versus, needing to be on the ice, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we do have some time to give our guys some time to recover. We're not exactly sure when a little distracting with the sound, but hello. Anyways, we got a couple days to see where we're at. Series probably looking at maybe Tuesday starting, so we'll be on the ice a couple days, but we're not going to be on the ice every single day, just so we'll hopefully have time to work on some things, but guys will recover and be ready as close to 100% as possible when that second round starts.
Kris, I wanted to ask you, your first experience as a head coach in a playoff series in the NHL, what was your biggest takeaway for yourself personally, being in the playoffs?
The excitement, obviously the fans, and how much is going on in the building, not only with the game but also with the fans, and then also just with the adjustments from game to game. Everyone's trying to get an advantage as much as possible, and also just balancing on the trying to be on the ice, working on something, but you're playing every second day, and whether you're practicing in between games or having that morning skate, I don't know, kind of trying to balance that out. And obviously travel has a lot to do with that.
You're getting ready for the second round series here as the head coach of the Oilers in September, October of last year. Would you have ever imagined you'd be in this position?
No, I didn't. I was last year getting prepared for the American League, regular season playoffs, and to be coaching in the NHL and also the playoffs and what's at stake and the excitement with this wonderful team that I have. No, I didn't expect that.
Kris, combined your special teams were at 145, which is almost unheard of. I just wanted to ask you about what you saw on each unit that was so successful now that you've kind of got a chance to kind of break everything down.
Well, I think first of all, I think both coaches, Gully and Stewie, did an outstanding job preparing our guys of what to expect, and even between games when we were having success. I'm not sure what it was, game 3 or game 2. Stewie, after game 1, we went really well, and then the following game, we meet every morning and talk about the adjustments that we need to do, and had it mapped out. I think this is what they're going to do on the face-off, and I think this is what they're going to do in the offensive zone. And with what we do, it's going to be a little more difficult, but these are the adjustments we have to make. And it was amazing. First power play or first penalty kill that we had, it was as if he just drew it up. He knew exactly what they were going to do. So same with Glenn. I thought he had been doing obviously a great job getting the guys prepared. Now, that being said, as much preparation as we can put into it, it's up to the players to go and execute. And both on the power play, we'll start with the power play. They were able to just slow things down and make the right play and not rush things. And then on the other side of it, on the penalty kill, they were rushing things. They were very assertive. They were jumping on any loose pucks, and they're being really, really assertive, which really limited LA's opportunities to set things up.
Now, on both units, you can draw up whatever you want, but does it come down to winning those little puck battles, like penalty kill, one and done, getting the clear on the power play, getting that and then recycling it? Does it really come down to a lot of those little one-on-ones?
Well, it starts power play or penalty kill, that first face-off. If you win the face-off, which Leon won the majority of the draws on the power play, you are just automatically set up for a good look right away. Same thing with the penalty kill. Winning that face-off is important. I thought we did a fairly good job. Obviously, it's in the advantage of the power play. They've got an extra guy. But the 50-50 battles, any loose puck after a shot or anytime we force them to dump the puck in, we came up with a lot of them. And I thought our guys were very composed to make the right play, whether it was a short share, small pass, or a hard clear. I thought they did a wonderful job doing that.
Kris, of course, that was your first NHL playoff series as an NHL head coach. On a personal standpoint, what are some of the takeaways and lessons you learned in the opening 5 games that you hope to apply round 2 onwards?
Just the pressure, the excitement, the stress, and that was a 5-game series. And yeah, I can only imagine what it's like if it gets 7 and an overtime game. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because our coaching staff did a heck of a job getting the team prepared, but also a lot of credit for the players staying composed and playing a very mature game. And it takes a lot of the stress, and we just didn't have to change very much because, or had to address much just because they were dialed in.
Speaking of composed, do you always look so composed on the bench no matter what's happening on the ice or the parameters of the game? Where does that kind of come from, and why is it so important for you to make sure that you're maintaining that, I guess, the emotional level that you're capable of right now?
Well, maybe it looks like that. Maybe it doesn't feel like it inside all the time, but I don't know. I just know my experience coaching, the more excited, the more out of hand I get, it resonates and goes to the players. If the coach is yelling and screaming, players are usually yelling and screaming. And if players are yelling and screaming, they're probably unfocused and not playing their best. So I try my best to keep it together.
Kris, as a coach, when you watch the game tonight, do you watch it intently? Can you get more out of live, or do you get more out of watching on video later?
I'll definitely be watching it live, but I get more out of the video just because you can stop it, rewind it, and look exactly what the plays are that they're trying to do. But yeah, I think you do get another feel or appreciation of watching a game live and seeing what they're doing in the moment.
Would you have a scouting report for both opportunities right now, or is that a waste of energy to do one where you might only face one of the teams, or prepare again?
No, we're prepared for both teams. We're already done, looked at things, just because there's so much work to go into a pre-scout, and if we wait until the series is done, there's just not enough time. So Noah and Mike, our 2 video coaches, have actually been working on this, preparing for this, even before our LA series started. They were looking at regular season games, and then they're looking at the playoffs, putting this all together. And now, yesterday, it got on my desk, and I was going through both those teams.
But would you show both to the players, or no? Because that'd confuse them. You just wait.
Oh, we definitely, with the players, we would wait. The players won't see, we won't talk about either team until we know who we're playing. And there are some tendencies that both teams they both do. Their systems are similar in some aspects. We can work on those things. We can say, this is what we want to do, because no matter who we were playing, this is our goal. But as for showing Vancouver's offensive zone face-offs or Nashville's forecheck or something like that, we'll wait till we know who we're playing.
Kris, just wanted to follow up on Tony's question about kind of your demeanor behind the bench. Is that something that you've had from the start as a coach? Is that something that you learned over time, just, kind of having that calming presence?
I think a lot of it has to do with my personality, but obviously experience has something to do with that. I've seen other coaches where, they are vocal, and they're wonderful coaches, and they've got a lot out of their teams doing that. And, I felt their time there, I needed to be more like that. But any times I felt like I was probably out of character for me and created more stress for my players, and my team didn't respond as well as I thought they would. So I don't know, through experience and also my personality, I just try and, the game's about the players. That's for them to play, and I'm just trying to let them be in a position to play as well as they can.
Last one for me. Have you had a time right now over the last couple of days to kind of, I guess, appreciate where you are and having this opportunity and getting ready for the second round? of the playoffs, being in your first season as a head coach in the NHL?
Every day I've appreciated it, no matter after a series win against LA or whatever it has been, even after losses. It's been difficult to find that appreciation, but every day I have. It's it's a great to be a head coach in the National Hockey League is one thing, and also to be the head coach of an organization like the Edmonton Oilers is another. So I've been very proud and happy with this opportunity to be here in Edmonton coaching this team.